guys, welcome back to Passion for Wrestling. My name's Ryan, I'm your host, and today we're just going to be doing a short list of 5 wrestlers who would be doing much better off in WWE rather than AEW. Now, this is a very heated and debated conversation, I understand that, but I will be doing a list, vice versa, as well, of 5 wrestlers in WWE who should be in AEW. So, let's start off with the first on the list. So I'm starting off with Wardlow. Just from his pure size, strength, and physique, Wardlow would be a main pick for WWE. We saw he's very capable. He can do minimal flying maneuvers, but he can do them. We saw Brock Lesnar attempt that when he was with Kurt Angle in WrestleMania, I believe, and he landed on his head, unfortunately. Just thank God he's okay. But yeah, so, I mean, he can actually do them. And let's be honest, for people his size, it's very difficult to do. I could definitely see him becoming like the next Goldberg, but with a better run. I feel the fact of going undefeated for 100 matches that last all of 2 minutes is kind of overrated. I understand Goldberg didn't really have the stamina to do it, so I understand that. But I think Wardlow could could go the distance in that standpoint. So. Now, number 2, I'm going with Takeshita. Now, I don't see him being a main eventer as in, for a world heavyweight or universal champion. I don't see that, but I see what they tried to do with Shinsuke Nakamura, and I think Takeshita could actually do it and pull it off. Because Shinsuke, he's been very... Put it this way, he doesn't make me turn on the TV to see him. As a matter of fact, when he comes on, I tend to turn off the TV. Takeshita, he's actually very skilled. His maneuverability, and I mean, even his verbal skills, he's getting better at it. So, I mean, just in general, I think he would have a good time maybe doing like an Intercontinental Championship, maybe even a tag team. But in regards to his position, I don't see him being as a top of the card, but definitely a mid card. Filling that spot that Shinsuke was supposed to be, and that he just can't pull off. Because, I mean, let's be honest, Shinsuke's been trying this for how long now, and it's still not working. Even now, with what they're doing, it's just not making me want to see him. And that's just my opinion. Feel free to put your guys' opinion here if you want. That's what the comment section's for. So, now, we're going to go ahead to number 3. And we're going to do Dr. Britt Baker. So, I know it's controversial because a lot of people aren't into women's wrestling. I get it, but remember, they did want her at one point where she turned them down. Or no, they actually told her to go ahead and do her, or to get her medical degree so she can be a dentist. So, at some point, they did want her. So, this isn't too far-fetched. So, for me, I can see her with her verbal skills and with a little bit of in-ring work, even with a little bit of verbal, like working on her verbal a little bit. I mean, I can see her running with the likes of Charlotte, Bayley, Becky Lynch. Now, as far as in-ring, I mean, I think she has the charisma to be able to run with Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch. I love Chelsea Green's personality. I don't like how she loses almost every match, but I love her character. It suits her. It's perfect, and she fits it to a T. So that's kind of my opinion. Like I said, this is just based off of what I've seen and what I know WWE could do. They can make a star almost out of anything, but that person's got to have the ability to be able to do it. And this list here are people that I've seen on AEW who I know who could definitely do it. Now, number 4, let's go Ricky Starks. So, Ricky Starks is one wrestler in AEW that I've been a huge fan of since day one. His mic work is amazing. His in-ring work is just as good. I mean, he's got a little rust here or there, but he's definitely well off. And if you look at him and you see the way he moves, his swagger and everything, I mean, okay, let's be honest. No one is The Rock. No one will ever be The Rock. The Rock is one of a kind of like a Stone Cold. There'll never be another one. But he would follow down that path and potentially be the next version of a Rock. Maybe, like I said, no one will ever be The Rock. He's just an amazing wrestler. He's a god on the microphone. But see what I'm saying, though? He would be potentially a new version of The Rock. So now, here's going to be just a quick bonus list of names that I didn't really put in, but because they were already in WWE. But unfortunately, I would say Miro. Um, I don't know what happened. He was there, then he wasn't, and then he's back again. I mean, he's got to go somewhere else because this isn't working for him. Now FTR. Um, FTR is used a lot in AEW, but unfortunately, AEW um, dropped the ball with them. Let's just be honest, because when they had all the titles and they were the hottest thing, and he's gonna fight like his little girl, and I mean when they were just on fire, they were lighting everything up. They literally stripped them of all the titles. It just didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, and I mean, to me, I feel like them and Miro, I just think they would do much better back in WWE, especially now that Vince McMahon is now gone. I think Triple H would have a lot better, because let's be honest, the Briscoes, that would have been like a dream matchup. I mean, it always was when they had their matches, but unfortunately, that won't happen again. Unfortunately, with Jay's passing, so um, yeah. But in the long run, I could see them back in WWE. Now, let's go number 5. And no, 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 I didn't forget him. MJF. He was the hottest commodity in AEW. Then all of a sudden, he turned face. I don't get it. He started doing these silly little skits that were funny at first. They were kind of cute, whatever. But then it just got obnoxious. MJF is a godly heel. I don't want to see him kissing babies. I don't want to see him doing all these things, shaking hands. I want to see him being that obnoxious, rude, just crazy. Uh, let's just call it. I just want to see him be the biggest asshole he can to fans and everyone and people in the ring. That's what we like. That's the MJF we want. We don't want this whole, oh, let me kiss your baby. Remember when he threw a drink on a kid at a wrestling event? Come on, that's what we want. So, don't know if that would go in WWE, but that's what we want. So, unfortunately, what's happened to him, thank God he's kind of off. Maybe they'll bring him back as a heel, but I don't see that happening. But what happened to him was an atrocity, and I really hope he gets back into a heel because what's going on here, it's not working. And on top of that, you know, I just think in WWE, when it comes to him, I think he would be the biggest heel you could find. It just, no hands down. And they would know how to use him. They know if you're hot as a heel and you're pulling these numbers and everything, they're not going to flip you to a face. It's just, they're smarter about it. Tony Khan doesn't have the experience as as WWE. Tony Khan, WWE has been doing this for several years. So, I mean, he doesn't have that experience. And it's like, I don't know what else to say about that. But there you go, guys. This is my list of 5 people who I think should really head over to WWE as soon as they get a chance. And as far as that goes, I'll go ahead and put up a list later on, tomorrow or the day after, in regards to who I think needs to go to AEW. Because AEW is its own kind of wrestling. They like that, Mortal Kombat try to be a superhero, backflip, trampoline cowboy kind of deal. And, that's not my kind of wrestling. So, but I still watch it because, like I said, I still have my favorites. Like Kaneshka, he's amazing. So, but yeah, so I appreciate it. And my next video will be up soon. And you guys all have a wonderful day. If you like what you've seen here, Please click, share, like, subscribe, click the notifications, and you'll be updated with all my future videos. Thank you very much, guys. You all have a good day.